Hey Run Junkies, welcome to Runners Without Limits TV. The March Streaker month continues, as does the training for Colfax Urban 10 Miler. Now, those things are very much alive. However, this week I am doing my second mock week for Springtime Surprise. So stick around, it's gonna be a busy week. We've got a lot to fit in, but let's get this thing going. Let's have some fun this week. Tired yet? All right, so it is Monday, March 7th, and it's cold and snowy and a little bit treacherous outside, so I'm gonna do my 3-mile walk on the treadmill today. And I do have some really exciting news. I'm very, very happy about this. So yesterday I had completed all of my content for the Certified Sports Nutrition Coach. I took the practice test yesterday, Sunday. I almost aced it, and I'm like, you know what? I was gonna take the test like later this week. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. I have 3 tries on the test, so I passed on the first try. Very excited about that, so I can now put that away. I am a certified sports nutrition coach. Yes. So that's really exciting. I'm very happy about that. But I gotta get on the treadmill. I'm gonna get this week started. I'm gonna check in with you coming up soon. All right, it is Wednesday night, and let me tell you a little bit about what's happened so far this week. I had a walk and a little bit of strength work on Monday, hills workout on the treadmill Tuesday morning, plus an hour-long strength workout, so pretty much everything, almost total body workout. Tonight is the first of the 3-race mock weekend that takes place over 4 days. So for Springtime Surprise, it's the 5K at night, take a day off, the 10K Saturday, the 10 mile on Sunday. Now, a couple of things about how the mock weekend went a few weeks ago, in case you missed it, link above. There were a lot of family obligations. There were a lot of stressors going on. Both my son and my husband were home, and trying to juggle getting these weekends in and prioritize these runs when I want to do them, and juggle with that with dinner at dinner time became a little bit of a challenge. And by the time I got to the long run, I just was not into it. It was just way too many stressors going on, and I bailed on it. I basically did about 1.5 miles. So this is my second shot at it. And there are a couple things different about it this weekend. Basically, my husband is gone. He's traveling this week, and my son is at his dad's. So it's just me and the dogs. They're upstairs in their crates. I'm gonna do this night run, and I could eat whenever I felt like eating, and I could eat what I wanted to eat, just like I would be at Walt Disney World when I'm doing these runs. That was really helpful, and I'm hoping that that will kind of pay off for the next few days. So tonight, night run, 3 miles. Tomorrow, I'm taking the day off, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. But I am dressed as if it were snowing outside, because it is. That's also a very slight hint as to what my very slight, super slight, as to what my 5K costume is going to be. And if you know, you already know. But if you don't, I'm not telling you. I'm going to get you some. One of the things from the last time I did my mock weekend was that I had to shovel in the middle of it. And the same is true today. It's Thursday morning. Miko thinks something is happening. I'm headed outside to shovel. It is about 8 degrees, which is super awesome. I have to shovel. That is a thing that has to happen today. And unfortunately, in order to keep the streak alive, I also have to get in at least a mile walk. That's not a problem, but still, anyway. Here we go. All right, so another thing that happened that may be a concern, and cringe alert here, turn away for squeamish. So last night before I went to bed, before I turned out the light, got out of bed and I hit the bed rail, the bed frame with my second toe on my right foot. It throbbed all night. I thought it just was a stub toe, and but it throbbed all night, a little bit more than a stubbed toe usually does. Got up this morning, it was still pretty throbbing. I iced it, I elevated it. I've been elevating it a lot and it feels okay. So it's really just a low level sensitivity, a low level annoyance. But I'm hoping that it's just a jammed toe and not like worse. Okay, so I am gonna get on the treadmill for a couple miles, maybe a mile, for a walk. Just nice, easy recovery day and to see how the toe is doing. Because let's just hope it's not that serious. I really hope it's not that serious. I gotta go. Okay, so I did over a mile on the treadmill just as an easy walk, and it seemed to be okay. In fact, I even tried running a little bit on it, and my toe doesn't hurt, so that's a good sign. I think I just jammed it. I think it's just bruised, and hopefully it will feel better by tomorrow. When I'm done working out down here, I'm gonna elevate it and ice it, and hopefully keep the recovery going. So got up early, got down here and worked out. Now this one, if I could get her to just learn how to do that while it's moving, life would be a lot easier. Anyway. Mindy, you wanna go for a run? It would be very mean right now if I turned it on, so I'm not gonna do that to her. Anyway. 5 miles on the treadmill. I was scheduled for an hour, but I was watching a show and got caught up in it and decided I'm just gonna keep going. So I got the full 5 miles in, and I did have to remind myself repeatedly that I still have 2 hours tomorrow. So overdoing it today could compromise tomorrow. I've gotta make sure I'm remembering the lessons I learned a few weeks ago with the first mock weekend. But I think so far so good. I also will be able to run outdoors tomorrow because it's gonna warm up a little bit. We're still in the single digits this morning, which is awesome. So I'm gonna do some leg work and then I'm gonna check in with you to close it out tomorrow during my 2-hour run. It is finally nice enough to be outside and run this run on my usual trails. It is actually gonna get above freezing today for the first time in a week, which is good. Only trouble is, there are patches like this where, you know, the trail is a little bit more treacherous, so I gotta be careful there. But I'm really looking forward to getting this run done and finishing off this mock week. Unfortunately, the CU basketball team lost last night, which means the run is over and my husband will be home late tonight. If they had won, he would have stayed an extra day. But I've had 4 days completely to myself, me and the dogs, sitting on the sofa, and I have been cranking out a lot of stuff, which I'm really happy about. It's the first time in probably 2 months where I feel like I've had a chance to breathe and just sit and get work done. I can already tell you that even if I turned around right now, I will have been successful at this mock weekend. I'm about 3.5 miles. I'm still headed east to my turnaround point in about 10 minutes. And I can honestly say, this one, I feel like I nailed it, which is good. It helps me go into springtime surprise, Star Wars surprise, with a little bit of confidence, knowing also that beyond that, I have a couple of really big races, not long, but important to me. So I feel really good. I finally feel the last couple of weeks like I've settled in back into a regular running routine, which is kind of the overall confidence I needed coming into the spring and really coming into the rest of this year, because it's a big year, you guys. So I think that's going to do it for me today. Not quite done yet, but I'm going to close it out for now. So I want to thank you guys for being here. My question for you today is, are you ready for springtime surprise? Are you going? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions in the comments below. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, remember, you are a runner without limits. Happy running.